guys.
Evening,
How is
everyone.
everyone?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Kieran, how are you?
I'm good. I'm admiring Connor's shirt. I'm not going to lie.
It's just one I found earlier.
Mint.
Connor always had the best shirts on Rise and Fall. I can tell you that.
Lovely, nice and bright.
Welcome everybody to the final cut. I'm so excited that you guys are joining me on the board and that we're going to be releasing episodes throughout the week. We're going to have fun with a lot of special guests and VIP guests that we all together bring in. And today we'll start off with a little bit about ourselves so people know who we are. Let's say ladies first, and should we go with Faye first?
Yeah. Hi everybody. Hi, I'm Faye. Recently been on the hit BBC reality TV show The Traitors. Yeah, let's have another woohoo. I've had a career in education for 28 years and I'm now moving into a different field. Really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't know what the next chapter is going to hold for me. Watch this space. I love sports, basketball, football, basketball. I've played that for over 40 years. I've met some wonderful people, travelled the world. I was involved with the 2012 Olympics in London with the Australian team. I was their team liaison person. So I just walked with them. I was everywhere with them for the whole 6 weeks and they came away with the bronze medal. I love football. Yep, love football as well. Liverpool's my team. Lots of people saw me on the Traitors with the LADYBOSS tattoo. So I had lots of people DMing me because they knew that I was a Liverpool supporter. Radio, I love radio. Radio is probably my most favourite thing. I probably prefer it to TV actually. I just think you can lose yourself in it. Hence the name Radio Girls. I used to do a show once a week on a Tuesday evening for 3 hours with some besties of mine, and we used to just play music, talk about it and reminisce. It was lovely. I like to rap as well. I'm a bit of a rapper.
You're a rapper, Faye.
Yeah. My audition.
Give us a rap. Come on.
Well, my audition actually for the Traitors, I did a rap. Loved it, and it's sort of like, my name is just saying hello to all you people who's watching the show. I just start rapping and I think it's fine because you're gonna get down to my line. So yeah, raps are something I like. Songwriting, I've got a woman catalogue of songs that I've written with Michelle. We haven't done anything with them yet, so you never know. If anybody's looking out there, we've got some really groovy songs that we can put out there. And obviously, I just love talking to people and meeting people. And hopefully this show, The Uncut, will get me to meet lots of fantastic people. Yeah, that's me.
Thank you so much, Faye. Oh my God, you do so much. I was just going to give it a one-liner.
Sorry.
But love it. So let's go on to the next person. Let's go on to Connor.
I'm Connor. I'm known for being the indecisive one from Rise and Fall Series 1. I don't even know what to say now. Faye, you just knocked it out of the bag. So I also do comedy. I do some impressions. I like going out and socialising with people. I love watching reality TV, hence why I applied for one. I've followed all sorts of reality shows. I've done performing, whether it's stage shows. I've been on 2 reality shows other than Rise and Fall. I was on a show called Too Ugly for Love. I mean, don't know why I was on that, but
hold on. You did a show called what?
Too Ugly for Love. It was a TLC show, which if anyone knows TLC, is like your lazy Sunday sort of channel where it's got like trashy reality shows, My Strange Addiction, and it was basically I went on a date with a girl who is now a lesbian. Clearly, you know. So we basically fell in love, supposedly. But it was a really trashy show. I mean, I'm not here to bash any show. It didn't last long anyway. It didn't last long. She had like 33% burns on her body, and it was a really car crash show. But I did it and it was fun. We got free food and we got free alcohol and we had fun. So that was the main thing. I also like going out walking with my dog. I live quite a boring life, but I just love cocktails and going out for food. I don't live an exciting life really, unless it involves alcohol, I guess. But, you know, we move. I don't really know what else to say.
Thank you, Connor. So we'll move on to Kieran, Mr. Villain from the Traitors.
Good evening. So yeah, I'm Kieran. I'm 43 this year. I was also on the Traitors with the lovely Faye. I can boast the title of the quickest contestant to ever be kicked out of a game show.
I challenge you on that.
Okay, we'd have to look into that actually.
At least you slept over, Ramona. Poor Kieran didn't even get you in a bed.
Kieran, you were the quickest.
I think I hold that title, but I share it with Amos. I'm a finalist on the Traitors, and I'm pretty well known for my final parting gift to Wilfred. And an interesting fact this week, I'm now a BAFTA-nominated reality star for TV Moment of the Year. So, epic.
Love that.
But I'm up against the Queen, so it's very short-lived. So, but yeah, I'm very proud to be on the Traitors, and I've met friends for life. I've never done a reality show. Another interesting fact is the only TV show I ever applied for before was Ant and Dec's Limitless Win that started last year, and me and my wife got through to the final round, and they picked a couple that was an NHS couple, but we were basically more or less on the show, but we lost our spot to them, and no one knows that. That's like top secret information, but not anymore. So that's the time I've ever done TV. I'm obviously married. I've been married for 8 years. I've got a little girl, 3-year-old, and a little boy, 6-year-old. I'm very much into my martial arts. I've studied martial arts since I was 12. I used to teach it. I used to teach it privately. And yeah, I'm just I work as a consultant for a software company. And yeah, I just enjoy life, enjoy my friends. One thing I do like is my humour, but we never got a chance to really get our humour across in the show, did we, Faye, really? So I hope it can lead to other stuff. Yeah, and ultimately, I'm looking for my villain role.
I hate you said something about EastEnders.
Yeah, I said that. I was like, you need to be running a well-known soap pub.
I'm available.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I'll do a quick one. I'm Ramona. I did, of course, Rise and Fall, season 1. I'm so-called the LADYBOSS, as I am in real life. I own multiple clubs and bars here in Germany. I've always done business. I think I started when I was 21 years old. Kind of got sick of the corporate cycle, rat race, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, spending all my money on the weekends, and then repeating it the following month again. So I kind of realized earlier, when I graduated, did my master's, I was like, I'm done with this crap. I need to find something, do something. I have no kids. I'm just taking care of my mom. I can take a risk. So I packed my bag, moved to Abu Dhabi, believe it or not, from the UK. And for 6-7 years, I built a tech company within sustainability and environment that reduces food waste at source and turns it into compost. And then you can re-inject it into the environment to build agriculture, organic fruits and vegetables, and so on and so forth. We're cleaning the oceans. We're doing a lot of activities. And it was really successful, made quite a bit of money. And then went to Germany and invested into gastronomy and built clubs because I love the nightlife.
Yes.
Other than that, I love dogs. I'm obsessed with animals. I'm not joking. I'm obsessed with animals. Put like a dog on the motorway where thousands of cars are going, I will die myself to save that dog. So I am really, really, help a lot of charities, animal welfare, underworked countries. I love giving back money because, when you start making it, you kind of don't know what to do with it. Especially when you are quite content with the simplest things in life. So it is nice to give back. This is, I think, why I did Rise and Fall. If I had won, that money would have all gone to charity. And I think that's as important as somebody spending it on something they need or want. I think that's equally important if you give that away. That's a bit about me. So
lovely.
Just on that note, me, Connor and Faye are available for any donations, Ramona. So Just put it out
Keep
there.
that in mind.
So it's a privilege to be on with Connor, yourself, and Kieran. It's just
Absolutely.
yeah,
It's a really good bunch.
Yeah, I think we're going to do really well, and I'm really looking forward to the series as they go on.
Me and Faye spoke today about this, and we said like it just sometimes like fate deals funny cards, and without someone having that forward thinking and spotting it, without you reaching out, Ramona, and then obviously bringing Connor in, it just, I said yesterday, it just works really well. So yeah,
Thank you. Yeah,
nice work.
I've thanked her all day. I keep going, Ramona, thank you so much.
I'm humbled, but I'm thanking you guys because, you know, like I always say also my companies, it's all well and good me having a good idea and me investing and me doing things, but it's nothing when I don't have the right people who build it with me, because it just isn't as good as it could be if the right people don't come in place. And the funny thing is, all of us fell in together without even trying.
Yes, weird, isn't it?
And that says it all, because this is how, you know, the universe works, this is how manifestation works. I was just thinking for weeks. I was like, after I came out the show, I had this idea and I was like, who would I do this with? How would I do this? And I just let it process. I just put a business plan together, and look how you guys all kind of came in.
Synchronicity.
Yeah.
Synchronicity.
So I want to thank you guys, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
People as well from different shows and different like experiences, and that's the main thing. Like we've all been through something that not many people worldwide have.
We said yesterday, all four of us share a unique experience as the first time ever doing it. We are the original. No one done Rise and Fall. You were the first guys. We were the first Traitors. So it's a special privilege to be the OGs.
We've had people interview us, haven't we? And they've never even experienced the situation, yet they're interviewing us about it.
Yeah.
We've got first-hand experience.
Like, to be in it and doing it is the best freaking thing ever, because you can really understand it.
Yes. Absolutely.
You're absolutely right, Faye.
Yeah.
Don't you find it funny that I'm putting perfume on and I'm not going anywhere?
I was doing the same. I was like, oh, I need to put some aftershave on. And all so colourful. Because she said, the minute I go on a podcast, I'm holding nothing back. I'll tell you.
Well, I told her no swearing as much, and I said no bad words. Don't worry, Faye, I had that conversation with her. Wink, wink. Guys, now we're going to bring in a special guest. Yes, I was on Rise and Fall, so was Connor. We were with 22 contestants, and one of them was as loud as you could ever imagine. Welcome, Miss Cheryl!
Must turn the volume down.
Hey, Cheryl!
Hi!
Hi,
Cheryl!
These all look great. How cool is this? I love it. What's happening then?
Welcome to the Uncut. You're the first person to walk into our new show. On this call, we have Kieran, the villain from the Traitors.
Hi, Kieran.
We have Faye, the faithful.
Hi,
we have
Faye.
Connor, the decisive or indecisive, or the diva. I don't know which one to go to, but we have Connor.
We'll go with the indecisive diva, Connor. Controversial, whatever.
Hi, Ramona.
Of course, Cheryl, me and you, girl. The OGs of Rise and Fall, of the rulers. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, actually. I really am. And you know what? I've really settled down now. At first, it was a little bit of it was really overwhelming finishing, because it was mind blowing to me, because I remember going to bed, and you know, when I got up the next morning, in my head I was half asleep, but it was votes, and then I looked at the dog and was like, no, the dog's not here. I'm I'm actually at home. I'm not in the show.
That is a really a point I can link to, because I'm saying earlier, it took me like 2 weeks to adjust when I got out to Traitors. I was still waking up in game mode. I was still thinking about gameplay. Like, because you're fully immersed in that role and you don't have any contact, you take a bit of time to adjust, don't you, basically?
Yeah, definitely.
I woke up like, I felt really fluey. You know, like you're full of cold and my bones and everything were aching. It was nuts.
It's probably being locked away.
Sorry, Connor.
It's being locked away. That's how I felt. I think coming out, because you were just confided with like no outside world, I think coming out, you're just like...
I felt very skint when I woke up after the show.
I know that feeling, Kieran. I went in with 12p and I come out with 12p.
Oh, I want to ask you a question. Why did you go on the show?
I went on the show simply because I've come back from a very, very dark place. So I had a breakdown 3 years ago.
Right.
And I've literally, I'd say the past 8-9 months, I started feeling myself coming back again. And then when I was going for the auditions, I felt like the fire come back in me. And then for me to take that leap and pack everything away and concentrate solely on me, that was a massive step for me. So for me to, see, I didn't concentrate on the money, Faye.
No.
All I done was stayed focused on what was important to me. And what was important to me was
being in the penthouse.
What? I packed a case to be a grafter because I've worked all my life. I don't know what made me go in the lift. I don't know what.
I packed for the penthouse. And I was a grafter longer than being a ruler.
That's what you're used to. I've worked all my life, so nothing's ever been given to me. So and then when everybody was discussing, and I was thinking, I don't even know you to tell me if I can go in the lift or not. I'm going in the lift.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic.
I packed, unpacked, and then packed again really quickly at the beginning of my set.
I bet you didn't even get the lock off your suitcase.
Cheryl, I've got a question.
Yeah?
Did you have, when you walked in that lift, did you think at any point, oh crap?
No, I never, because my idea of the game was, I didn't know I thought we were going to go in and all normal people were going to be grafters and you were going to have high top people at the top, like big business women, you know, big business people, like really high up. I didn't have no idea that it was all going to be what we went into, that we had to make our own decisions. But if I could I loved every minute of being in the penthouse, I'm not going to lie. I loved being under pressure. That got me back to me again. Not because I lost my confidence, I lost me, and then I found myself again. I was getting up early to do work shifts and not sleeping in, and getting up and getting dressed. Makeup and everything didn't mean anything to me then. It was my mind. I was doing it. But I wish that I had the relationship like you lot had in the basement.
Yeah. Even as a viewer, you could see that it was very tense in there, wasn't it?
There's a lot of, if you look at the beginning of both shows, they make you make a really big choice, like they did with us on the Traitors, and they did with the lift.
Yeah.
So if you look at it now, funny, you can link it.
That's why I didn't go in the lift. I thought if we went in the lift, one of us would go in immediately, because weirdly enough, because Traitors was so fresh in my mind, you just don't know. I thought if I walk in that lift, one of you must make a decision to leave now. And I thought, I have not just gone through all that to be sent home. Like, I will graft. I'll stay
but
quiet.
Thanks, Connor, for letting me know. There's me thinking, let me come in, be you know who I am, and walk in like a G.
Ramona was like Ramona was just like there, wasn't she? I was like, oh God.
I was like, put me in that penthouse and we make you money. And then I get to the lift, I look around, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And the only person that I looked and I was like quite relieved was when I looked at Cheryl's face, because me and Cheryl and Joanna, I think at that point, really got on the mixer. Yeah. So when you walked into the lift, and my votes came in, and you know what, I do regret going up first. I really do. But then I would have never experienced it with you. So then it's not really a regret, because we really bonded. I think if it weren't for us two for the first 2 days, I think it would have been like, you know, a bit of a hell show going on up there. Can I show you something?
I've got that
I don't
too.
have my...
Your pin. Your ruler pin.
Remember, I was a finalist, so I got my bag with me.
Where was mine? I threw mine across the table, didn't I? So
And you walked
gone.
out, didn't you? That's it. You had a hissy fit.
Hey, if it was the first hissy fit, LADYBOSS would have never gone up. So thank God you had a hissy fit, Connor.
That's true. Yeah.
The thing is, I knew at that point I was gone. So I knew, you know, I weren't that sort of person that was going to sit there the next day and listen to everyone target me. I was going to let them sling it out between each other. So I threw my pin down and was like, ha, fight between yous.
But I think you get to the point though, don't you, of like, I'm not doing this. That's what I on that 10th day of me being in there and being the only woman left standing when all the men were there, was like, I did not like that feeling at all.
Yeah. You said
And
dirty vibes was your exact words.
It was a dirty vibe, and I don't like that. Like, you do you, and I was like, wow, like, is this what it's come to? But it was a game, and I get it. But watching it on the telly, and I went, am I really watching yous? Standing in the kitchen like a gang of women, saying out loud I was.
Big respect to you, darling, for going in there on the terms that you went in and
Absolutely.
taking that. So,
Thank you. I appreciate that, Kieran. Thank you.
People never know. You're not one of the people to publicise it. I had a few things before I went in there, and I wouldn't ram it down anyone's faces. You never know what anyone's going for, their backgrounds, why they're going on it, the reasons. But to do what you did and where you were, well done, darling. So fair play.
You were a
Kieran.
strong ruler.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. Because it was so tough for me, you know, and I feel like sometimes, I think when your voice has been closed for that long, I feel like I'm like an open book now, and I feel like that's all. I'm very, very passionate about mental health, very passionate about
Fantastic.
it, and that to me is a massive thing. And if I notice behaviours and things like that myself, I've been there, you know, and I understand. So that was why I done it, and for me to come away from my children as well, I needed to do that for them, because my anxieties have been put onto my kids. So for me to do that and sort of change now, my son's back in football, he's in martial arts, he's happy going to school, and he's not clinging to me anymore. I'm letting him do things. He's not just with me, he's with his dad as well.
We've got quite a few things in common there. So I can't say now, but yeah, I'm about to work with a couple of charities for mental health because of something that happened to me, which I'll talk about later date.
Yeah.
I think things have changed nowadays. You can talk about stuff and Cheryl 2.0, and it's the new improved. Like you need something like this sometimes to reignite passion and just find yourself again. So well done, mate. Absolutely smashed it.
Thank you, Kieran. I really
onwards, upwards, sister.
Oh God, yeah. Listen, I've said not every door that comes my way, it's mine. You no one's getting in front of me. Do you know on the Traitors? See, I've watched a bit of it, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched it all because I found it really intense. I couldn't watch. I was like, I can't watch it. How did you feel actually like filming at the time?
Well, I wouldn't have gone upstairs. I would have stayed in the basement. I would have done an Eddie. I would have stayed in the basement like Eddie, cooked food for everybody because I like cooking. And then I would have, the last couple of days, I would have got up to the penthouse.
Would you be a faithful or a traitor?
Ramona, don't do this to me. She does this to me all the time, you know. I don't know until I'm through. See, the thing is with me now, see, we've got to know each other now. It's like I go with the moment. That's the way I think now. I don't go. I can't think ahead.
So technically, should be a traitor.
I don't know, because I've got I end up telling everybody it's me.
I don't know, Cheryl. I think you would have been an Amanda that everyone warmed to, but you were just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I agree.
I think so.
I can play it like a part, can't I? I will do it.
Let's do a round robin of what we do. Connor, faithful or traitor would you have been?
Do you know what? When going back to watching it, I think I couldn't be a traitor. I would start crumbling. And then when I did Rise and Fall, and I took some traits of like looking in people's face, going, I didn't know you were going to be voted, knowing full well Jeff And, you know, I knew that people were going to be voting for these people. I think I'd be all right as a traitor because I could just play all innocent and then just get away with it.
You give it away.
After what you can rise up for.
Connor gives it away, doesn't he? It's funny. I laugh all the time, you know, like that's another thing as well. When I'm talking, it looks like I'm being quite patronising because I laugh, giggle when I'm talking.
Grin. Yeah.
And I'm not. I can't help it. So, like, people are looking at me and I'm like, but then I need to understand. So you taught me that not everyone's got this. It's the same as me.
No.
You know, it's opened my mind a bit of like, Cheryl, you need to stop that. Take a step back and listen, because that's not, you know, you're laughing and someone's talking to you and I'm making jokes out of things that's going over my head and I'm not realising I'm doing it. So now it's taught me that. Take a step back, Cheryl, listen and try not to laugh, because I giggle at everything. I'm like a dead child.
But you were the reason why I stood my ground. Do you remember when you left, you went, because obviously you knew the James thing was riling, like James was using me as a puppet, and you was like, follow your head, not your heart. So that's why the next time it was vote off, he had to go. Like, that's the real reason James went, because Cheryl was like, you just follow your head. And that's why I thank you, because without you, James would have rode that to the end, playing everyone off.
See what actually was happening, and I was getting really like, no, that shouldn't be. And you let the game take over, don't you?
But what exactly was happening? What was James doing to Connor that you were seeing that he wasn't seeing?
Totally just, I feel he was just using, and I don't want to sound patronising by saying this, Connor.
It's just a game. No. It's just a game.
Just
like,
a game,
everyone knows it's just.
See, and this no disrespect for you. I don't want to, you to. I could see that he was trying to use a vulnerability towards you, and it was he knew you wouldn't go against him. He knew he had you as his faithful, should I say? You were his faithful.
You guys were doing all the devious stuff in the open.
Yeah.
Where we were all doing it behind closed doors, you were doing it right in the open. And the bit that I was most infuriated with was the bit when Moses and Rossi was on the table with Jack. It was Jack and Rossi and Moses, and they lost that money. They lost.
So when they lost £14,000 and to bring in Sydney or Sophie. See, the thing is, this was the biggest mistake.
Because I thought the person that could have easily just said, "Let's stop here," is either Jack and Rossi. It had nothing to do with Moses. Who was Moses with now?
Me.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, Connor was on Moses' side for Sophie.
But that wasn't anything to do with you two. The people that should have stopped it was Jack and Rossi, because Jack had an invested interest. Come on. I mean, Sydney will understand it. She knows I like her a lot. I'm not going to bring her in. I'll bring her in later.
Rossi would never have voted Jack, regardless of what went on. Rossi did everything for Jack. Like, you know, Jack couldn't even go for a toilet without Rossi knowing he was going for a toilet.
Yeah,
that's what happens though. You do form these alliances, and we did didn't we, Kieran? Yeah. You know, I wouldn't have voted Amanda off. I never would have voted Amanda off. Because, you know, Amanda and myself, and then Maddie, and then when I voted Maddie that time, I thought, God, why have I just gone and done that? But you are pressurised in doing things when you're in a situation where you're feeling intense, paranoid the whole time.
You had to have strength in numbers with us, otherwise you were dead. So
Absolutely.
Literally, even though sometimes you knew it weren't right, if you didn't go with pack, you literally, you've seen it. If you were too vocal, you're dead. If you're too quiet, you have to play a middle ground.
Ramona knows that the best.
You have to have a real balance.
Middle ground to get yourself through to those mid episodes and have even a chance to get near the end. Otherwise, it's pack mentality. But you're with us, you were dead, and you saw it time and time again. So,
and we didn't know who to trust. We didn't know who to trust because, like I said, you guys all knew your roles in there, grafters or rulers. Well, we didn't know who were faithfuls and traitors.
No.
Yeah, that was.
But the thing is, you know, we might have been rulers and grafters, but we didn't know our roles. Really, we went in blindsided. All of us, we didn't understand it all properly. We were just, you know, you need to understand. We all actually, I don't know how much Cheryl you knew or how much you knew, Connor. All I knew is it's an experiment, and we're going in. So to be
exactly
I
honest,
didn't have a
like
clue what was going on.
yeah, I had no
I'll be
idea.
honest.
I was fucking thinking every hour, okay, what do we need to do now? All right, so who needs to go to the lift? How do you vote this? How do you even vote someone in like
The
1
minute
hour?
that
boxer?
lift went off and you was a ruler and it was like, attention please, and you'd be
Yeah.
like, and then it would be
You're
like, you are getting feedback. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, and we're
I'm
like,
just
what's
sent
happening?
Marina home.
But it was intense. I think both shows have something about them, and I think you're right, Kieran. It was like this. If you're too powerful, and the whole question Greg James kept asking is, who's the most powerful leader? This was on the day of my elimination, and I ended up getting eliminated, which is not answering the question. Actually, the most powerful got eliminated so that people can stay in their alliances and build further alliances. So you're quite right, where if I hadn't had the power to come back, I mean, I don't know what would have, who would have been at the end. Definitely wouldn't have been Eddie, because Eddie only got voted up because of me and Isaac. So none of the 22 people voted Eddie up once. Did you guys know that?
Wow. I didn't know that, Ramona, now.
He actually requested, I'm ready to go up. A lot of people were doing that, like, Sam, Jaws, everybody was wasting a lot of votes for no reason, not understanding if they put the right people up, price fund goes up, and maybe you'll be the one who'll be able to win that. So people didn't catch on to this. But I really believe, Eddie, cooking bread for everybody, doing that day in, day out, he literally got to the end and is like, I'm ready to go up, but he did leave it too late. Because at this point, everyone was hungry to get up. Everybody wanted to get that money. Everybody wanted to get to a boardroom. Fade. No one voted for him up the first time, and no one voted for him up the second time. And he's like, "Fuck it, I'm done."
I'm talking about at the end when he did go up.
It's me and Isaac who voted
That's
for
right.
him.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Had that not happened, I don't know who would have won. I think I know who would have won, and it wouldn't have been the right results. But I just feel like it really shows you how it doesn't matter how much you do for someone. And you know what, I also look at this as a real life experiment. This is really how life is. You do so much for someone, then someone else will just come in and cut like take that knife and jump in front of you. This is how it is.
Worst moment, best moment.
Worst moment was when I got woke up by the alarm in the grafters room. Oh my god! You wouldn't. Do you know what? Right, all night, all you could hear was everyone snoring. Right, so I'm going, tossing and turning. My back was killing me, and then it just drifted off. And then as it drifted off, I heard wow, wow, and I went, I'm gonna smash this.
Like a tsunami alarm. When I woke up to that, I was like, what's happening, guys? And guess what? Everybody had their eyes closed still. I was like, what?
My best moment was my roast dinner, Kieran. Oh my god.
Were you annoyed that everybody around you wasn't enjoying it as much as you were?
I didn't care. I was like, you two can't have my dinner.
Worst one was my elimination, clearly.
No, it really was. I was like,
what happened? The best moment was me making the finals.
Yeah, you come back though, Ramona. You come back, so
yeah.
Listen,
why did you not go against these boys? Because had you stuck your ground and not blown out of proportion in the red room, your ass would have been in the finals with me.
No, I was done.
If you just swallowed it,
I was done. I was like, no, absolutely not. You're voting me out for being loud and taking risks. What sort of excuse is that?
But you could have made it. Like if you
I could have, but I was hormonal. I needed chocolate. I was tired and I wanted to go home. I was done.
Do want to thank you for being on the Uncut. Hopefully we'll have you back again. But if there's any final words?
To have met you all, thank you very much. Okay.
Love you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Take care now. Bye,
Good luck for the future,
Bye.
Cheryl. Good luck for the future.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Also, we need a night out.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, I will. I haven't been out in years. I feel like I'm reborn again. Like
In Liverpool.
yeah,
Look what's
in
planned
a penthouse. We'll get a penthouse.
Yes.
You know I'm not joking. If you say that, I will go get one, and we're gonna be in a penthouse.
And when I put up to you, with you, and I'm coming with you then.
Okay then.
Right, see you
See you.
later, guys.
Take care,
Thank you.
Cheryl.
Bye.